Right, a quick lesson on how to repair a broken battery terminal on a Arion chorus. Now the Arion chorus, to get the bottom off, oops, I've already taken one of those. To get the bottom off, you need to take all 4 screws out. To get access to where you need, you're going to have to take all the knobs off the top as well, knobs and switches. So just use a flathead screwdriver to remove any knobs and switches off. You can see one's already fallen off, and that will help you to separate the body and the chassis. The reason for separating the body and the chassis is it would be easy enough to just cut the back off this terminal and resolder the cable back on, or the wire back on, but unfortunately the wire has been fixed before and is now a bit too short, so I'm going to replace the wire with that. So we take the back off, slowly slide the electronics out. It's always advisable to work on electrostatic mats so you don't actually short out any of the components on it and cause a problem. But as you can see, the wiring goes through the body and is connected just near the input for the external power supply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unsolder the black cable. I'm going to replace it with another length of black cable. Take the back off here, solder it back on to that terminal, the correct terminal. If both terminals break, try and remember the positive and the negative. If you're not sure which way around they go, because the positive is always the red cable, just check your battery, because the batteries usually give you an indication as to which way they connect around and which one's the positive and which one's the negative connection. So what I'm going to do is just cut the back off that, resolder a new piece of wire in, and then I'll either use a piece of heat shrink to put over there and cut holes in it so that it works, and then heat it so that it stays on, or I'll wrap it in electrician's tape and make sure that the contacts are working okay. Then obviously you do a continuity test to make sure it works, and continuity test from the 2 points to the 2 points where it joins on the board, just to make sure there's no shorts. Make sure you check each pin and switch over when you're doing it. So you would check like that for one, and then the other one, just to make sure there isn't a short on it. I'm going to do that and then put it back together again. Fairly straightforward. It can be a bit more complicated on other pedals. The Boss pedals have the battery underneath the foot plate where you switch it on and off, switch the effects on and off, and that can be a little bit difficult to get to. And most of the pedals nowadays, a lot of the cheap ones, they don't even bother. They'll just with a removable battery cover, they just expect you to unscrew and take the back off, so you can probably see where the wires go inside, and if you need to shorten them or replace them, you can. I also know that you can buy the battery terminals themselves, these 9-volt battery terminals. You can buy these off the shelf pre-wired, so you just need to wire them in. Just make sure you wire them in the correct way around, otherwise you stand a good chance of ruining a perfectly good pedal.